Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be, well, actually, first of all, normally I upload stuff on Fridays, but something went a bit wrong yesterday, so apologies that I didn't send that up on Friday, but I'm putting it up today. Anyway, so today I'm going to be reviewing the brand new album by the Massachusetts mob, that is Converge. They return with the Dusk in Us. The album's opening track, A Single Tear, I think it's like the perfect encapsulation of Jacob Bannon's vocals, so and also his lyrics as well. So for example, I was rudely interrupted by my little cohort here. So yeah, the first track on the record, A Single Tear, is probably the best sort of encapsulation of Jacob Bannon's vocal style, but also his lyrics as well. Because, you know, the vocal style is kind of quite shrill and like this sort of banshee sort of idea that he's always had. But the lyrics are really kind of vulnerable and quite sweet-natured, really, I would say. The topic of the song is the first time that he held his child. So, you know, it's a very sweet and emotive song, but I feel that it's the perfect balance between Converge's kind of ferocious aggression and their kind of real compassionate sort of sound. And I think it's the most kind of evolved element of Converge that they've ever really had. But of course, you know, this is a Converge record. If we're talking about outright heavy, I think Broken by the Light is probably the winner of the sort of the heaviness category. I mean, I remember the first time I listened to Trespasses off of All We Love We Leave Behind, and it was just that, and it was kind of the best encapsulation of this Kurt Ballou sound. They've just got this like kind of ferocious, like, you know, it's almost kind of like being fired out of a gun at like 200 miles an hour. It's compartmentalized aggression. You know, so you've got that. Then you've got tracks the likes of Arkhipov Calm, which is kind of, I think, maybe Bannon's less kind of screechy performance, but it's probably the biggest testament to Kurt Ballou's playing style, because he's jumping all over the fretboard, like, and I think it's such a unique playing style that he's been able to have and has kind of really put Converge on the map. Merc and Marrow, for example, has got that sort of like it reminded me a little bit of like Dillinger Escape Plan, and that sort of offbeat kind of like da 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 da, and it's slightly unpredictable, but as the kind of song grows, it kind of gets bigger and bigger and bigger. One of the sort of like biggest sounding tracks, and that's definitely down to Kurt Ballou's, you know, production style. But, you know, some of the most interesting songs are the more kind of relaxed songs. Kind of got this sort of melancholic subtext to it, which Converge have always had. And, you know, the likes of, I think it's like 7 minutes, the title track, The Dusk in Us. And it's really slow, and it's got this kind of like build up. It starts with just one riff where it's like dum doo dum dum doo dum bum bum. And as a band who are just as frenetic, you know, they understand the importance of where silence kind of reigns. And it almost sounds like the intro of is it Pacific Rim with Cattle Decapitation. What I think is the most kind of enrapturing thing about this record is that it plays off both this power that Converge have and this like sense of melancholy that I think is so important in this kind of music. I was pretty late to the party when it came to Converge. You know, I only really discovered them with All We Love We Leave Behind, and The Dusk in Us is absolutely sensational. Oh yeah, and then there's a track, even, you know, it's kind of even got those sort of grooves where like Trigger is a track where it's like, And it's kind of where Nate Newton's bass sort of shines through, really. It's a real kind of emotional tour de force, actually, and it's not, you know, like, you would think that something like Converge might be a bit taxing on the listen, but it's really not, because of the way that the album's been put together. Ending on the double whammy of Thousands of Miles Between Us and Reptilian, you know, those are kind of, it's almost kind of like once you're out of the eye of the storm, you're kind of slowly sort of floating off. It's got a perfect sense of balance. And for that reason, do you know what? Screw it. I'm going to give it 5 out of 5 skulls, because I've listened to this record as a stream, and I've not stopped listening to it. And I think it's a really interesting record that you can kind of come back to in various different forms. And, you know, it's really hard to keep a listener engaged for that long with such a full-on composition. And the Dusk in Us is nothing short of absolutely phenomenal. It's just great. And I think that all Converge fans will really, really love it. So if you like this video, please give me a like and make sure you subscribe and comment away. Let me know what you guys think of the video, if I should change anything or anything like that. I'm always open to some suggestions. And also, thank you for everyone following me, and again, sorry about this being uploaded a little bit late. But yeah, I hope you liked it, and I'll see you guys on the next one.